you guys admitted it to me. You want to talk about money? Like, you admitted that you owe me back pay. Of course, that's never going to happen. He's not saying that they owe him money from the deals. He's referring to the negotiations, and Dana knows exactly what he's referring to. He's referring to the negotiations where they said, we're going to make it right. Yes, you were underpaid against Stipe. Yes, you were underpaid against Cyril Gane. We're going to make it right in this new deal. The new deal never came. No chance to make it right. Remember that. It comes up in a bit. We continue.
More money than I would have ever made in the UFC. I would say maybe twice the money that I could have ever made in my entire UFC career if I had continued in the UFC.
Pause right there. And again, important to note, he is saying more money in the last couple fights outside of the UFC than his entire UFC career times 2. He's not saying in the fights post-Gane. He's saying entire UFC times 2 the last 3 fights. Think about that. We continue.
From the moment that I stopped.
Right.
I don't know. But either way, if I have made less money, if I'm not making less money, enough money that I could have made in the UFC, that would be my problem. Why is it so pissed about me not making that much money? Like, come on, man. Live your life.
Live your life. All he had to say on that Thursday was, didn't watch it, waste of time, B-Leagues, God bless. Or even,
let's begin. Fire Emblem. What a beautiful. Meet that bold hair. Thank you. Thank you, Fire Emblem. I love you. See my face? That douchebag. good. They need to attack him. Yeah, he's the leader. Yeah, just attack my main units. I just want to. Kill them. Thank you. Fuck. And yet again. Shoot. Always the same with this guy.
God bless. Or even, God forbid, hey, the guy's been through a lot. We did business. God bless. Because I don't remember a lot of slinging dirt. That press conference in 2023, in January 2023, when Dana said goodbye. Remember, Francis came on our show. There wasn't a lot of slinging dirt. Like, there hasn't been a lot of insults, right? So he could have just said, you know what, God bless, all the best. That didn't happen. And so Francis Ngannou says that on Friday. Saturday night, after the Abu Dhabi show, after 308, Dana White is asked about what Francis said on Friday. Now, he is asked by Mike Bond of MMA Junkie, and part of that first answer is Mike reciting the quote from Francis. But as you will recall, I just explained to you what the back pay is all about. Look at where Dana takes that back pay comment.
And another thing you mentioned at Power Slap the other night was stuff about Francis Ngannou, and that stirred up a lot of reaction from the MMA community and from Francis himself. And he had a very interesting quote. Can I read you a little bit? He said, he can't handle this loss, referring to you. I'm sure he's been praying for my downfall. Which money is he talking about? The money that he owes me. They say we're going to give you back pay from the money we owe you from the Stipe and Ciryl Gane fights. All that, they never paid me back. Now I've made more money than I would have ever made in the UFC. I would say twice the money in my entire UFC career.
Yeah. When have you ever heard a story in all the years we've been in business, even when it was upside down, where we owed somebody money? Never happened. So he's full of shit there.
Pause right there. So you see what I mean? He is interpreting that as you didn't pay my salary, you didn't pay my purse, you didn't pay what you said you were going to pay me. That's not what Francis was saying, and he would know because he was part of the negotiation. I know Hunter Campbell is the main one doing the negotiation, but when it's something as top level as re-signing Francis Ngannou, he's a part of it. And again, what Francis was referring to was the revelation, admitting to the fact that, hey, we know you didn't get paid what you were owed against Stipe and Gane. This deal is going to serve as somewhat of a back pay, right? He's not saying you didn't pay me for those fights. It's a back pay. Dana takes it in a completely different direction to make him seem like an asshole. Quite simply. We continue.
Then I lost. I didn't lose anything. I was done with Francis after the. He actually he owes me money because we had to watch that fight with him and the Black Beast. He should actually pay me back for that fight.
Pause right there. I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit. Good zinger. Good zinger. It was a bad fight. He's 100% right. And I will also say he is correct in this regard. The UFC is doing just fine. Make no mistake about it. That's what makes it so crazy. The UFC is on fire. The UFC is about to score a massive, massive TV deal next year. They are doing just fine. No one is bigger than the UFC, and that includes Conor McGregor. No one is bigger than the UFC. They are doing just fine. That's what is so crazy about all this. He can't help himself. And yes, of course, I know he's not going out there and willingly, talking about these things. He's being asked about them. I will say, though, there are instances, especially in the last couple of days, where it's very clearly he's telling the media to tee him up on questions. Like the PFL Power Slap thing was 1,000% a tee up. Trust me, from someone who's been there before, I know exactly. When he's got the paper there with the stats, you know that was teed up. He's not just walking around with stats. Francis, I don't believe that's the case. He'd probably rather not talk about him. And he's probably right. He's not sitting at home saying like, oh my God, Francis, I've lost. He's 1,000% right. But all the other shit is a complete fabrication. We continue.
And me praying for it, trust me, I don't think about Francis that much. You guys asked me the question about the PFL, and I responded. Other than that, the only one who's praying for his demise is probably the PFL because they signed a shitty contract with a guy that doesn't deliver any numbers in ticket sales or pay-per-views. So, and they got to keep paying this guy for however long, and good for him, and not good for them. Yeah, and what was the other question?
I know you said like he's all about the money, but then you also said like he would have made more money to stay here.
And that's a fact. He can play those games all he wants. He would have made more money here.
How's that?
Let me tell you what. There were two guys here. I wanted to cut them. Someday I'll tell you the story.
Again with this.
Francis was like, I was all about Francis in the beginning, and then I found out who Francis was. And I told the two guys who asked me not to cut Francis, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
So pause it right there.
And
pause it right there. When the story is, and Francis has talked about it because I've asked him about it in the past, apparently the story was when he was about to fight Stipe, Francis said something like, get the jet ready for me. That's as far as we've gone, as far as something that kind of didn't sit well with Dana, right? That's as far, and this has been discussed. This is a story. Yes, there are interviews where Dana says, like, after the Stipe fight, I was mad at him. After the Derek fight, I was mad at him. Never says cut. Now we get to this revelation. But Dana says he showed us his true colors. Okay, so what? Was it that? Was that the true colors? In a business where you've got the cockiest guys, sometimes criminals, people who, beat their wife, people who do really bad things. Like, this is the guy who showed you his true colors. He was saying, get the jet ready for me. And then of course, and I'm not going to go too far deep into this, but like, to have someone like him sit up there and say, like, when someone shows you their true colors, believe them. I mean, the irony is just, it's dripping. It's somewhat mind-blowing to sit up there and speak like this about a different human being. That irony continues in a second.
Yeah. Believe me, I have no sleepless nights over Francis leaving.
I believe that.
So just two more things on this. You wanted to cut him, but he went on to become the UFC heavyweight champion. So I guess what does that say about that thought process? Does it show he should have stayed?
No. I didn't like Francis as a person. Wasn't a guy I wanted to do business with. My boys were telling me he's misunderstood. And I told them, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Yeah, it wasn't about him becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. Francis isn't a good guy. He plays a good guy. I don't understand the language, and so he seems like he's a nice guy.
Pause right there.
He's not.
Francis plays a good guy. He's not a good guy. And then the duh, I don't understand the language. Like that one, I think went over everyone's head. I mean, how that is not just deemed offensive is beyond me. But has Francis ever on the show played the duh, I don't understand what you're saying card? Maybe behind closed doors he's done that. But I mean, the fact that this isn't even his first language and he speaks about business as eloquently as he does is somewhat mind-blowing. He's not a good guy. When you consider the people that the UFC has done business with, continues to do business with, will do business with, and the non-issues that they have with those human beings, and Francis isn't the good guy because he didn't sign their deal, because he said, get the jet ready for me. Unless there's some other issue out there, and please let us know. Educate us. Tell us right now. And I'll say, okay, I didn't know that happened. But I mean, we've been talking about this particular story since 2018, this particular incident. Francis isn't the good guy. And he wanted to cut him because he wasn't a good guy. But look at the roster. Today, yesterday, 5 years ago, we could point out a lot of people with checkered histories and past and resumes who I would say are a little bit worse guys than Francis. And they have no problem giving those people fights. But Francis isn't a good guy. This is where we've arrived. Now he's a bad guy. Now he's a bad human being because he didn't take their deal. Incredible. We continue.
And he's just not a guy that I wanted to be in business with. Period. End of story. Whether he became the champion or not.
And I assume you don't want to be in business with him ever again, but...
We won't be. We'll never be in business together. I mean, you could tell.
Yeah.
We don't like each other. And this goes way back. This goes back to before the first Stipe fight. He pulled some shit before the first Stipe fight.
You're performing a martial art. And dogs, when they're in a fight, they're not just quiet. They
Cool.
bark,
It's what I upload on TikTok.
They're loud. Your forms have to be loud. Scream. From the top of your lungs, scream.
Likes. I just want to spread performance arts, you know?
It's difficult, but once you
That's
push
my
through,
dream.
It's actually very nice. It's part of it. It's important.
Because in my mind, you know, everybody should train. Once again, everybody should train tricking as a performance art. And the second art is could be like kickboxing. You don't need to compare anything. I think definitely the best art to learn to really know body tricking. This is one of the why? Because I always say to everybody, learn breakdancing, freaking kung fu or wu, and eventually you can move like him. Why? Because this is the inner expression. Whenever you are tired at home, you are talking to your wife, job, you know, you can always fall back into your basics. Tricking is really good. Of course, religion is also important, like the Islam. Very important. It needs to be more like a complete package. This is one of the best things it's ever done to me personally. Tricking is the best. Because you learn everything about your movement. If people do more tricking, then the world will become a much better place. Look at him. Because the most important thing is your inner validation. It's weird to say, but you will learn body awareness like a sixth sense, like a seventh sense. You don't need validation from other people. Just when you do this, just perform. Oh, it's fun. Of course, it's high level skill. Eventually, it will become a massive benefit for you. Always happy. What he does is very beautiful. because this is high physical skill, you will always feel happy. It's brutal. I've did a lot of combat sports like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, MMA, but nowhere I feel more happy than tricking, because you learn, at least in my opinion, it's different than combat sports, but for me, for more theater aspect, never felt happy. When I do this, I always feel happy. It's just cool. No, because the most important thing is you don't need who's doing better than you. That's garbage. The only thing you need to do. Come on, man. Don't you like this? You only need this. They aren't rich, but they're happy. This is the coolest, man. Look at it, breakdancing is the best. It's fun. Community is good, and it's really difficult. It's not easy to learn, but the difference you get is massive. You can do things that most people will never don't want to learn breakdance, but they think it's tough, but it's not as tough as you think. It's easy when you do it. By doing it. So cool. This guy is freaking It's the biggest playboy on earth. I think he's Hispanic or something. It's a jackknife. This is so funny. Watch Scrubbers. Like their. It's just Jackie Chan. Phái Hùng Hùng Phái Hùng. Nguyen Kun
虎鶴相迎，
孤鴻蘇爺。
冇嘢啦，有了，仲有咩？龍英，
By the way, this is a long ass sequence. Look at him what he does. Hey, any lady.
有了，仲有咩？
Orange hair, I guess. Orange brown hair. Look at him. Very beautiful. I mean, everybody should at least learn this, like the choreography, dancing, the rhythm, filming, being yourself on screen if you want to become an action performer. I think this is the way how to be happy, you know? You don't need validation from other women. You don't need validation. You just happy with it. It could be done. This is amazing, man. But this woman, best. I hope more women will be like her. She's the best. She's the best. She's the. She's Cynthia Rothrock. Everybody knows her. Everybody saw her movie. It's a crush on her, but she's the perfect, just a classy woman. Very beautiful. Kung Fu practitioner, and also fought against. I don't know about Jackie, but he's good. Very, very skilled. That's hard. Is that her? I don't think it's her. It's the stun guy. It's a stun guy. It's funny. It's a stun guy. Action was also better. Action was good. Samahung. That he's the best. He's good.
What's the matter, woman? How can you do this, huh? A common thief?
Yes,
huh?
okay.
Yes, I admit it.
Yes, yes, sir. Say it.
This is also good.
Oh, finally, we're going home.
Yes, I can't wait to get on the plane.
Yeah.
Hong Kong was such a disappointment.
We were here for more than a month.
There was just nobody who wanted to shoot something with us.
It's the end of Hong Kong action. There's no new generation.
Amazing, right? This is from Andy Long. Andy Long Wing. He's also trained with Jackie Chan's stunt team member. Amazing, amazing performance. Amazing. It's good. Really good. Because of those guys, when you see them on screen, you want to be just like him, right? Just to have the skills. He's going to change the world.
點鬧啊？我哋廣東人咧就10蚊2個標，你打7折
，This is
7
also
蚊2個
amazing.
標。老咩我？你頂住啊！係快啊我！
This is the choreography that I was talking about. It's high level performance. It's really fun to do. Take your time and pick up the frames, you know. Practice somebody that wants to emulate it. Yeah. So why go out? Why drinking? You can practice this with your spouse, with your buddy. Better environment for you.
咁啊，師娘姐想湊我祠堂啊？你嘅祠堂都生鏽噶啦，要嚟都冇用啦。
好啊，你有事啊？
我一陣都知得。哇，老爺，我仲有排使㗎。
世事之輪在轉，每日也常在變。樂園有陰與情，亦會重遇。有日我能夠時來運轉，遠遠的衝天飛疾如箭。每一天新的開始，面對新的轉變，未為風霜一起。每一天新的開始，面對新的轉變，未為風霜一起向着前。沿路我仍踏遍，常常自勉，期待一天我定時來運轉。
唉，香港都唔夠動作電影開拍，揾唔到食啊！
咩話？呢度係香港喎，所有武打電影都喺呢度拍嘅喎。
80年代嗰時就係，依家都冇人再拍嗰類打鬥。
That guy, it's he.
好戲咯，
好高興認識到你啊！
我都係。你要離開香港真係好可惜。係啊。
其實你點解要走嘅
？Cheesy voice acting, you love it.
香港都唔夠動作電影開拍，
冇事啦。
揾唔到食啊！
咩話？呢度係香港喎。
咩話？
所有武打電影都喺呢度拍嘅喎。
80年代嗰時就係，依家都冇人再拍嗰類打鬥戲咯。
喂，
點鬧啊？我哋廣東人咧就10蚊2個標，你打7折7蚊2個標。
你要離開香港真係好可惜。
Why are you leaving?
Yeah, that's good.
It's a shame to see you leaving Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Why are you leaving anyway?
There was not enough work in the Hong Kong action scene to keep me going.
What? This is Hong Kong. This is where all the martial arts movies are made.
Yeah, back in the 80s. They don't even make this style of action here anymore. Yeah, but that's why it's the job of guys like you to keep it alive. Look at you. You guys are doing a great job shooting Hong Kong-style action.
I'm not from Hong Kong. And I'm not even Chinese. We are not meant to carry on the legacy.
But how am I supposed to revive the 80s style of Hong Kong action?
How about this?
So good.
No? From? It's not as high as I thought. Are you crazy? Why, are you scared?
Yeah. Are you scared?
No? I mean, I'd do it if you do it. You would? You wouldn't?
Of course I would. Sure. How about you?
I mean, did he jump from here or from there?
What kind of difference does it make whether from here or from there?
From there, it's easy.
Well, if it's easy, you can jump first.
Well, I think Sam should go first.
I think I want to learn from Andy. Andy, you should go first.
Ready.
Ching, chang, jump!
What the hell is this supposed
What,
to
you
be?
gotta be kidding.
Hey, you guys were cheating. You've changed your hands.
I beat you in the first round.
Okay, forget it, forget it. One more round, no cheating. 1, 2, 3.
Hey!
What the hell is this?
It's the snake in the eagle's shadow.
But not as fast as the praying mantis.
Praying mantis are only good for catching bugs.
Stop the crap. One last time now.
Okay. One, two.
Wow.
Wow. He actually did it first. Hey, good job.
Lunch?
I think I used this. This one. Hong Kong style effect. It's part of the game. That's it. Love you guys, warriors. Let's keep up the good work.